Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bants with Boo. This is Tam Mutu. This is the one, the only Tam Mutu. I'm going to do that again because that sounds shit.
I liked it.
No.
It's staying in. It's staying in. There's our intro.
Hello. It is time for some Bants with Boo. I am Tam Mutu. I'm once again joined by my good friend Ricardo Rojas. Where are you,
That's
Ricky?
right. Actually, my stage name's Ricky Rojas. I always want to correct you on that, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll take it.
You don't like Ricardo?
I like Ricardo. I mean, it's my given name, so
On your passport, it's Ricardo, right?
Ricardo Andres Rojas.
Andreas,
Yeah, it's my middle name.
as in Andreas.
ES. No, just ES.
Oh, Andres.
Yeah.
Andres.
Yes. Very good.
It's very cool. That's
So
a cool
where I say, hey, listen.
episode.
This is exciting.
Do you know what this episode's called? This is episode 11, by the way. This
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, cool.
This episode's called Fuck COVID.
Mate, COVID got you good. It messed you up.
Listen,
Kicked you while you were down.
having gone through it the first time.
Not only did it take you down the first time, but it was like, I like me a bit of moots. I want a bit more.
Yeah, there's something in my body which COVID loves, because the first time I shut down Broadway, and then this time COVID was like, do you know what? I'm going to fuck you over again. You're going to miss your last shows. You're going to miss your last week.
I can't believe it. That's like such bad. For all those listeners out there who don't know who we are, we were in a show called Moulin Rouge, the musical on Broadway, and it was our last week of shows because a lot of us left. I myself left, Tam left, Aaron Tveit, Natalie Mendoza, and but Tam got COVID for his last week and couldn't perform in the last performance, and we were all absolutely gutted for him.
Yeah.
It was devastating. It was, wasn't it? I mean, come on.
It was, yeah. It wasn't the way I envisaged going out. Put it that way. But you know, what can you do? Sometimes it's.
I mean, what a kick in the balls.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long time to be on a show because we've obviously been on it for a long time as well. With the
5 years.
the COVID. Well,
5 years, boo.
Minus 2 years for COVID pandemic.
Yeah, but we don't count that because even though through the pandemic we were still part of the show, doing press,
Right.
Doing things for Moulin Rouge. We were still in the world of it. Keeping in touch. There was always that hope that we were going to be back in New York.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we didn't know what was going to happen back then.
Of course not.
We were one of those lucky shows that kind of kept sort of together, and they obviously had enough money to keep us going. Because a lot of shows closed, obviously, but. Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy week. I did the Tuesday show. Didn't know it was going to be my last, but I did that one.
I mean, and you were great in that show.
I mean, it was probably the best performance I ever gave.
I mean, you nailed it.
No.
Absolutely nailed it.
But
I mean,
yeah, there was no
I remember.
warning. Wednesday morning I woke up, and then there was, I had because we do overnights on Tuesday, don't we? Like overnight COVID tests. And
yeah, that's right. Like overnight, as in we get tested during the day, and then we don't get the results till the morning.
Yeah. And then Wednesday morning, I woke up and I thought, my throat feels a bit scratchy, but maybe it's just tired. And it was, I checked my test result and it was clear, negative. Got to work. Different story, my friend. Different story.
My friend, that is crazy. I was there. I was there. Was I the first person you told?
Yeah, because I actually couldn't believe it.
Mate, you were in my door and you had your mask on, and I was like, why have you got your mask on, mate? And you were like, I got COVID. I was like, no, you don't. Don't be stupid.
I couldn't
He
believe
was like, no. I was like, stop fucking with me. And then you showed me the little stick and it had the two things. I was like, come on.
Yeah. We thought it might be a false negative, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it was not.
I mean, I did feel like crying. Like all of us. I remember standing side stage with Aaron Tveit and Jay Magis, who plays Baby Doll. And honestly, I had this, like we almost started to cry. We actually had to tell ourselves to stop because we were going to start booing.
Yeah.
Like
it's, yeah, it was a weird sort of scenario to go through.
It was crazy. I mean, but anyway.
That week was always going to be like, because we got through all that time and then obviously people had left, Danny had left, Robin had left. Yeah. Karen obviously left a little while ago. So, and then the week before we had some ensemble members and Holly from one of the Lady M's left. So there were people leaving consistently, and then new people arriving.
Yeah.
But it was always going to be a weird sort of emotional week anyway. But then to add that,
I was a mess.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last performance, like you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But,
no. How was it?
It was amazing. I mean, I was a mess. Like I was crying. Like I couldn't stop crying before the show. I remember messaging. I was messaging you throughout the whole day. I was like, I can't stop crying, mate. I just couldn't stop. I was still putting my makeup on and I was crying.
Because of everything? Because it like obviously they're probably exhausted as well though, to be fair.
Yeah, and I'm not a crier. Like I don't cry. I'm not like teary Tveit.
No, he cries at like a joke. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, no wonder he can just do it when he needs to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got one of that gift.
Teary Tveit, that's a good
Teary Tveit. That's what Erica and Erica Hunter and who else was it? Was it Holly? They called him Teary Tveit in Boston.
Oh my God. Poor Aaron. He's like, he definitely cries at movies, doesn't he? He's a movie crier.
Yeah. But I couldn't stop crying. And then I got into show mode and then I was like, let's go. And then I was fine. And then it wasn't until, and there's no mountain too high, that bit. And I was like, no river to bring out the song and I'll be there by your side.
And then you were ugly crying.
Mate, I really was. And I didn't start ugly crying until Bahia Hiba, like just reached out her hand and held my hand. And I was like, yeah, that's the worst thing you could have done.
Oh my God. Oh my
Awful.
God. But then I was just talk me through. So the last show, how was it? What was going through your mind?
I mean, it was crazy. I was keeping you informed throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
but it was like a literal.
You know what was going through.
I've never experienced something like what I experienced that day in theatre in my whole life. And I'm old. I've done a lot of stuff. It was like literally, I felt like a rock concert. It felt like a rock concert.
Yeah, you messaged me that. You said it's like
I was like, it's nuts. Like, for instance, when I stand up and it's like, and he's Argentinian, right? And I stand up, like my first kind of introduction.
Yeah.
I felt, and I stand up and everyone started clapping and cheering. I swear to you, I felt like Michael Jackson in his history tour when he came up through the stage and he just stood there simmering for like 10 minutes, just like with his Ray-Bans, just like, and everyone's going, losing their fucking minds, like, and I was like, just standing there like, how long is this going to go on? Like, I've got to do something. So I was like, I fixed my mustache just to break. Because I'm like, let's get this show on the road. It can't be too long because we're expected at a bar afterwards. Right. So I'm like, I don't want to run over.
But wasn't there technical problems already?
Yeah. The lifts weren't working, so they're featured throughout the whole musical.
So was there a show stop, or did I hear wrong about that?
There was a show stop right at the beginning. It was like
embarrassing.
Yeah, it was totally embarrassing. It was just before the because you can right at the beginning, and. We were all ready to go on and we were just at the back, just chilling. Saar was lying down. We were waiting
as he does.
To the audience. Yeah. Still in character, mind you. Like lying down, but telling a story like Toulouse-Lautrec.
With his wine. Yeah.
It was nuts.
And then the show got stopped.
And then the show got stopped, that's right. And we were like, okay, we'll just twiddle our thumbs at the back. And it couldn't, It was actually quite nice that the lifts weren't working because it reminded me of what it was like when we first created it. Mm-hmm. When we were like in St. Paul's Church.
Oh yeah, that church up
the Upper West Side, like the basement in the cellar.
Yeah.
There's for all those listeners out there. There's underneath the church, St. Paul's Cathedral Church on 9th?
It's on 9th Avenue, yeah.
On 9th and 60th or something like that, right?
It's not far from
Lincoln. Just off Columbus Circle.
Yeah.
In the cellar, there's like these massive rehearsal rooms where the Rockettes used to, or they still do rehearse. I think it's because they're so big. Mm-hmm. So that's where we rehearsed for Boston. And it just took me back there, because everything was flat. It was and it was cool. I dug it. And it's a big thing. Like the top of Act 2 just felt, I thought it looked better. I'm just going to say that.
Interesting.
Just flat with a chair and the light. It looked cool.
Easier to dance on, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looked cool.
Because I remember I got a message. I can't remember when one of the messages came through, and I was like, "What time is it? How much standing OVs are they getting?" Because it was so late. I was like,
"Mate, if you were there,
I didn't know about the
you
show
would have been
stop.
livid."
I was like, "How is it this slow? What's going on?" I thought, "How much cheering are they getting?" I thought, "Wow, it must be crazy." But then I learned there was a show stop. So,
mate, you would have been livid.
I would have missed my train.
If you were there, you would have been like, "I'm going to miss my train. I'm going to miss my train, boo."
To be fair, that night we weren't getting trains, were we? We were going to have a drink. Well, supposedly.
That's right.
Well, you
That's
guys went
right.
and had a drink.
I had a drink.
So it was like a rock concert. The lifts broke.
The lifts broke. It was nuts.
Aaron was crying.
Aaron was crying. People clapping in places that they never usually clap. So it just kept on adding.
Half the cast was new. You didn't know most of them.
Yeah, like half the cast is new. Obviously, we had a new Duke.
New Duke.
He did. Declan did really well.
That was his second, third.
Yeah, it was like his third performance.
Third performance, right?
Yeah.
Good for him stepping in there. That's insane.
Yeah, like he'd only just learned to, like I think like he dried once or something in his first show, and it was crazy. But yeah, and then like we get to the end of the show, I'm like, we got to bring the moods on. We got to bring the moods on.
Oh yeah.
So I stuck my phone in my black jacket and my quick change, and then you were in my pocket. Hold my pocket.
I was actually, when you took it out for, you were like, "You ready?" And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And you actually did take it out for Hey Ya. I was like, "Oh my God." And it was like being in a, I can't even think of the sort of, it's like being in like this trippy sort of world because it was all shaking around. It like, almost like the Moulin Rouge movie when all these faces are coming at you. Like it was so weird. Because obviously you were throwing me all over. Because obviously I was in your hand and it was like being thrown all over. It was almost like being in a
washing machine.
Yeah, or like a disco ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like with all these flashing lights and these people faces. And it was
mate, do you know what you should have done? In hindsight, I should have pressed screen record.
Oh yeah, that'd have been funny.
I should have recorded it, but I didn't have time. I literally just took you out, FaceTimed you, and then it was time to go on.
It was crazy. You guys
everyone went nuts for you because they knew as soon as they realized that you were in that little phone, everyone lost their minds.
I mean, obviously the first row maybe. I don't know how anyone
They lost their shit. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then there's that photo for it was Broadway.com or I don't know who took it, but it's like I'm on stage and you can see your face in my phone.
That's hilarious.
It was so good.
And then obviously I wasn't expecting there to be that amount of speeches as well and all that sort of stuff. I didn't think that would go. Sar likes to milk it, doesn't he? He does like to.
Sar likes to do something.
He does. He's his own entity. That guy. He's
that was
hilarious.
so good.
And then I obviously saw Jay with the photo. That was very funny. Just like
that was good.
My headshot, him holding it and putting it in. I literally in every single section he was trying to squeeze it in. It was funny. That was very funny. But the speeches were nice. I thought everyone did a nice speech.
Yeah. Do you know who deserves a massive shout out and who's a genius? Diggs, our sound guy.
Oh yeah, because he had to be on it, didn't he?
Because it worked. I don't know how. Like you're speaking through your phone, and we held it up to Aaron's
Eric. No, it was Eric.
Or
Eric came over and
Eric's
said,
phone.
Yeah.
Eric's microphone.
That was very clever of Eric to sort of suggest that as well. Very, very quick. But
it was so good.
Yeah, I mean I wasn't expecting that at all, and it was nice to sort of be part of it from afar and see everybody.
Of course, mate. I was gutted. I wouldn't have had it any other way. Had I had an iPad with a bigger screen, I would have used that so people could see your face, but I didn't. I just had my phone.
Yeah. It was weird. I mean, because obviously, I'm not even sure. I don't think I did a test that day because I might have been. It was day 5 that day, so I might have been able to sort of sneak in and sort of. But I would have to watch the show, and be like stay away from everybody, which would have been even more weird, I think. So yeah, it kind of worked out. I think it worked out.
I think it worked out. People loved it. They lost their minds.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was very nice, and I got a lot of nice messages from people, and I think people sort of appreciated that moment. It was kind
I'm glad you said something at the end of the show. I didn't. I chickened out. I was like,
well, no, I get it. You were emotional as well. So you just done a 5-hour show with all the stoppages.
Yeah.
and obviously, no, it's a lot. We've been through a lot on that show.
Yeah, dude.
And to sort of say
You were
goodbye to
missed.
everybody.
You were definitely missed. So where have you been since then? What have you been doing the last week?
Well, the COVID wasn't exactly friendly, I'm not going to lie. So by that weekend, I was feeling a lot better, but it wiped me out. Actually, the Wednesday night, I was, that sort of feeling of, I got all the symptoms again, but the one that sort of crippled me was the, you get shivers.
Yeah.
You shiver so you can't move, like you're paralyzed. I was having that sort of like literally like those jokey sort of shows where your teeth are chattering. It was like that.
Oh shit!
I couldn't move. It was awful. So I had that, and once I got through those first few days, but I actually had antivirals, which were prescribed by.
Did they work?
Well, you don't know, do you? But like, I think.
What are they supposed to do? Like make it not as bad.
Yeah, I think if you the idea is if you take them within the very early doors of the COVID symptoms, then apparently they can help and reduce the length of time and combat the virus. But
yeah,
it
I mean, in
depends
the
on when you
grand
take
scheme
them.
of things, you weren't out for that long. Like
No,
you were
I
testing
think
negative.
I think they
like
helped. Yeah,
3 or 4 days later.
I think they helped for sure. But it's very difficult to say that without having running tests and all the rest of it. But we're never going to know. But I mean, I'm glad I took them, and it was the Pfizer ones as well. And apparently their success rate is very high. So it's like I think it's
that's good.
90% or something to help with symptoms, etc. So that was good. So
that's super good.
then obviously the worrying thing was then Murph got bloody the Rona, which was what we were trying to avoid, because obviously in the house we separated and came out downstairs, I had upstairs because I'd already infected that room. Yeah. And then, but I'd already been around Murphy quite a lot without knowing. And poor little Mike, she ended up getting it, and then she was a mess. But then luckily we had to switch our flight because we were supposed to go on holiday on the Monday. Yeah, which was never going to happen. Were you able to move it? I mean, the rent house. Yeah, we moved it so then we could travel. I think we ended up going out Wednesday.
Oh, that's good.
So we went out later.
I didn't think you.
Yeah, we went out later and we made it worked out. Luckily, we both tested negs, wore masks, and Kem's have been all right. So she's been quite lucky. She's dodged it. I don't know how, but she has. And then. And then we went out and had a nice little trip down, got some sun down in some much needed vitamin D. Did you put sunscreen on, Tam? I did. Yeah. See, we don't want a repeat of what happened last time. No, like we did. We learned our lessons. It was it was good. So it was nice to sort of get away and sort of. I mean, it was weird, obviously, but to sort of like have that time and go, I haven't got to rush to work or get on the train or any of that sort of stuff. And especially now being back at home, it's like you're thinking about all these little jobs I can do around the house and stuff. Oh, mate, I'm doing exactly that. So you're down in France, right? I'm in France, mate. Yeah, I'm back home. How is it? It's good. It's good, How many baguettes have you eaten? I've had 2. How much cheese have you had? I've had a few. I've had a bit of cheese. I've had a couple of croissants. I mowed the lawn, fixed my tractor. And I had a croissant and a glass of wine. But yeah, everything's good. To be honest, this week's been a bit weird. Like, as lovely as it is to be back home and to be back with the family and everything, I left New York very quickly. Yeah. So I'm starting to get over the shell shock now. Right. Just because literally just over a week I was on stage, with that nuts ending, and now I'm in rural France and it's quiet as fuck, and all you can hear is the birds, and it's not New York. Right. It's like there's no noise, so it's like it was weirding me out for the first few days, but I'm starting to get over it. I think I'm over it. It's kind of a good analogy for an actor, though, isn't it? That because it's kind of it is. That's how our lives are already. It's like 100 miles an hour and then 0, and because you go from I'm super busy with work, and then I literally have nothing, or I'm sitting around waiting, or it depends on what you're doing. But sometimes that's how the business can be sometimes. It's absolutely. But the key is to obviously remember those downtimes are are actually just as important, if not more important, so you can sort of recharge and relax.
Of course.
But I get it's hard to go from like that sort of show and be around that sort of family environment and to then go to zero is kind of, it is weird. It is just sort of jarring and take a bit, it's a hot second. But I'll call you next week and you'll be like, oh, I'm on the wine. We're out in the like.
I'm on the wine.
We're in the village.
I'm actually going to London.
What?
I booked my flights to London.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, I've just got to go and touch base there. And,
you're going to do Moulin Rouge over there, aren't you?
Meet with the agent. I'm actually going to go watch it. Say hi to the guys. Say hi to Simon. Say hi to my friends.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm only going for a few days. So I'm there when? I'm there, I think, on the 4th or 3rd of June.
Slightly quicker flight, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a bit.
That's so good. So
I'm flying, on the Friday and I'll come back on the Monday. So, like, just the weekend.
Oh, just like a whirlwind trip.
Yeah, super, super quick. Just to say hi.
We've got to go, actually. We're going to try and go in August because still most of my family and friends haven't met Murphy yet, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
No. Isn't that insane?
That's going to be cool.
It's insane, right? She's over a year old now and they still haven't met her. My sister's not even met her yet. She sees her on FaceTime.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's insane. It's crazy. Because obviously with COVID and then work and everything, we just not had a chance to get over there. So my mum came over here to met her and stuff, but the majority of people haven't met her. It's crazy. Such is the world we live in.
Life's crazy. Can I tell you something crazy about France?
Go on.
Right? So obviously everything shuts in France. For those people that don't know, for 2 hours.
Siesta time.
At lunchtime, right? But you're not allowed to make noise either. So I can't mow the lawn. Like I want to mow the lawn. It's like, oh, got to clock off 12:30. I can't make noise. And then because you can get told off.
There's actual time, specific time.
Yeah. It's set by the Marie, which is the mayor,
right?
The town hall in town. So it's like 2 hours, and it just forces you to slow down, have a longer lunch.
See, that's so cool. That's cool. That's what like
it is cool.
European
But
it is.
I've got lawns to mow, boo.
I know, I get that, but I think it's so good.
I've got stuff to do.
But that's why the quality of life, I think, in those sort of places is so much better because you're not constantly at it. They actually appreciate sort of downtime and understand what it means to relax. It's probably why they all live far longer than anybody else.
Well, there's a thing. It's a saying. It's like you live to work, not work to live.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm all for that. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's very hard. You can do that in somewhere like New York or anything like that. You just couldn't do it.
Could you? Fuck, of course not.
I wouldn't allow it.
New York's like a juggernaut of a city. It just doesn't stop. Everyone's there to work, to graft. You know what I mean?
It's like burnout. It's a burnout city, isn't it? You literally
Everyone's there to hustle.
Burn your fumes and then go somewhere else to sort of try and recharge. Yeah. It's one of those. Same as London. London's a bit like that. But I think
everyone goes into New York and then, goes back out to Jersey.
Not so much Jersey. They go to Florida. Like, it's interesting though, because like when we were in Florida, Cameron and I was saying, like, everyone's like so much nicer. It was insane how polite, even like the air hostesses and I don't know if you're allowed to call them that anymore. I don't know what they're called. Whatever they're called.
I don't know.
The air people. Let's call them the air people.
Yeah.
They were really, really nice, really calm, really like nothing was a problem. And we flew into Fort Myers as well, which was a nice little airport, easy. Yeah. Everyone was very polite. You come to Newark, within seconds they want to kill you.
They want to arrest you.
They want to arrest you. Yeah.
Over here, please. Excuse me, sir.
Everyone's so mad and angry, and I get it because the volume of people that go through that sort of airport is insane. But it's even like the people around like Florida, they just got sun every day, so they can just chillax and just
chillax. I love that word.
They just chillax.
Just chillax.
They go to your little Margaritaville. So it's listen to what's his name. What's the
Jimmy Buffett, mate?
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett bars. It's kind of like it's funny. It makes me laugh because it's so alien to what we sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't. Obviously, we do gigs and stuff like that, but it's very different. It's so chill, and all these old people and people just smiling and drinking their cocktails, and Paying
It's
no
the
tax.
life.
Paying no tax.
It's the paying no tax. It's the life.
Tax-free state.
We're actually very chilled, aren't we, at the moment? Just having a chat.
Yeah, well, it's, this is what I think was called for after the franticness of that
It was frantic.
crazy week. I mean, less jokes today, probably. Less.
Oh my God. I can't believe that the show, Moulin Rouge, is out again with all the COVID stuff.
Oh, yeah. So that's the latest news. For those of you who don't know, the show closed. How many shows have they closed? Just two?
I think they Friday.
Did they piece one together for Saturday
Saturday
night? I'm guessing they did.
No, Saturday night.
Oh, they missed Saturday night.
I think they missed Saturday night, and then they're back Tuesday. Yeah, they're back tomorrow. It's Monday here in France. I think is it Monday? It's Monday.
So they
there
took
too,
the weekend. So they took the whole weekend off.
Yeah.
Well, that's because there were about 30 people out, weren't there?
It is crazy.
It
is crazy.
As my understanding was, they were Equity intervened. I think they told them they had to shut down because it was just not safe.
Oh wow, crazy.
That's what I heard, which is smart because with that many people off and the risk of spreading it more again. One thing I'd like to know actually with the whole COVID thing is even when you get your tests done, they don't tell you what variant you have, which is a little frustrating.
I don't think they can they? It's not that.
No, I think they could, but I just don't know.
I think it's not that accurate.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But it would be nice to know because then you're like, oh, okay, I've had that one. You can do a little checklist, can't you?
Yeah,
I've had that one. I've had the.
Which one have you got? Oh, I've got that one. Got it.
What you got right now? I've got Omicron right now. What have you
It's
had?
like, when you're
Delta,
a kid and you're like, you've got football cards. You're like, got it, need it,
Yeah,
got it, need it, need it.
Swap.
Swapsies.
I'll swap you Omicron for Delta. Nah. You might have to double up on that one. No, exactly.
I'm dead. No, I want the OG. You got the OG? That's rare. I want that one.
No, none of them are good. Let's be honest. Well, especially for my body. My body doesn't like
the
it.
OG one messed you up. You definitely don't want the OG one.
No, the OG one was, but yeah, the OG one put me in hospital, so that's not good.
I know.
But,
Hey, we've got 8 minutes 45
That's good.
left. It's fine. We can speak for 8 minutes and then.
What else?
Call it a
so plans? Are you going to London? What else have you got going on?
Oh, mate, teaching and stuff. You're going to hate me.
You were talking about doing some lives. Are you going to do one? Do you think?
I did one today.
Okay.
Like a real quick one, just because I felt like it.
Are you going to do any
You're gonna
singing
hate-
ones, like concerts kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll do one like soon, like maybe the end of the week.
You should do like a night one. Put some candles out, get your guitar out, set up the mic.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, just do a little night one with like wine time with Ricky.
Yeah, you're gonna hate me because I did some cameos.
Oh God!
But you know what?
I get it though. People, if it is what it is.
The thing is, it's not the only reason I was doing it. It's because I missed playing my guitar, but I couldn't be bothered. So it was like making me play my guitar and sing and interact because I was feeling quite down.
Yeah.
Like, I was on a real downer last week and I was like, what's going on? So I just decided, and it's made me feel better. Like it's made me.
So you did singing
more
ones.
up.
You did like happy birthday ones kind of thing.
Yeah, I did. I sang a few songs and it felt great. It really got me over the hurdle.
I can't do those. I don't play the guitar as well, like at all anyway. So it's like that would help. But I mean,
We bought you a guitar, Tam.
I use it, but it's just like I'm not as good as you, obviously.
You can't just use it to like as a prop.
I know, but it just like even just like getting on this camera, it's like I'm just gonna sing for you right now. I can't do it. I just can't
Sing
bring
for me
myself.
now. Sing me a song now.
I just can't do it. I find it
Sing
really
me a song.
hard. For someone
The
who's
day
in,
starts. The day.
I find it really hard
ends.
just to sing. I do. I find it. It almost makes me a little bit cringe. It's weird. It's such a weird
Really?
thing. Yeah. It's like hard. I don't like.
Mate, I can't stop singing.
I know, but like that's your vibe. But like you go like that's what I mean. That's why whenever we're doing the lives in the dressing room, I'd occasionally come in and sort of try and join in. But I was like, I just feel awkward.
I remember the first. Actually, I was driving to the Brico Marché, which is where the hardware store.
Yeah.
And this song came on. I'm going on to Remember that was the first time you were like, I want to sing this one, boo. I want to sing this one.
Yeah, then I just like, fuck it, I can't be bothered. It's just like too much stress. Too stressful. I'm like, nah.
Nah,
I'll just
too much work.
I'll just listen to you in there and do it, and then just drink my coffee,
And heckle.
and then just come back in and maybe harmonise every 2 seconds.
I'll just heckle you. Heckle everyone.
No, I don't know. It's one of those, just like a love-hate relationship with singing. It's weird thing.
I love you. I hate you. Sing for me. No, you sing for me.
And then there are days when I'm like, oh, I really want to sing today.
So you should sing. That's when you should be like, hey, everyone, I want to sing.
Yeah, not on Cameo though.
Yeah, do it.
No, not on Cameo.
All right.
What else? What else is happening?
I'll be teaching. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to making myself available for stuff. I'm going to get fixing a bedroom, like making another room where I'm going to put all my music equipment and stuff. Nat hates me because she's like, well, we don't need to do it now. I'm like, yeah, we do, because I'm going to be using it. Yeah. I can't be stuck in this little room here.
Yeah, get it done. Get us a little
You know
studio.
what I mean?
Make yourself a little studio.
I need to, man.
You should do a Ricky Live. You should definitely do a Ricky Live at night with friends. You could probably do that.
I will do it. I'll try.
You could actually do that Zoom thing. If you do a Zoom one, you might be able to get other people to sort of sing from them.
I want to do one like when people come and visit.
Oh yeah, that's cool. We're gonna come out. I'm hoping we can
do
come
a gig at a bar or something and then live stream it. That's the plan. That's my plan. My master plan.
We need to figure out the whole flying thing though, because we obviously flew back last night with Murphy. Oh my god.
What are you talking about? I saw lovely photos of Murphy sleeping.
Fuck, man. You know when there's people on the plane that you just don't want to be around.
Your face just like dropped.
Bless her. She was like, she got to the overtired stage, and we thought, oh, we'll give her the milk, and we took off, and because we did a night flight, I think we should go to sleep. She's a little shit. She just wouldn't go down. She just would not refuse to sleep. So then we got into that screaming phase. I was just like, oh no, come on, please, let's not be those people on the plane. It's so stressful. It is so fucking stressful.
Was she going red in the face?
Yeah, just like climbing on it. Like it was like having a wild animal in your seat with you. And I booked two seats, as you know, like the outside and the inside, thinking no one's ever going to sit in the middle. But then the flight before was delayed, and then
shit,
they fucking filled our plane. It was fucking full. It was full, and the flights are never full. And I was like, no. Luckily, we had a really nice. So I had to scooch over from my aisle seat into the middle, and then we had this really nice, luckily very nice lady next to us who came and sat and was watching the monkey jump up and down and do it. And dude, it was awful. At that time of night, and you just got no patience as well.
It's just what you need, isn't it?
I don't know why, you start worrying about everybody else and you just think, oh no, it's not her fault. She just wanted to, do everything and she was tired. It's just cringe, isn't it? It's one of those cringe moments.
You love those moments.
But we
live for those.
Yeah, when then we're like, okay, so that was only a 2.5 hour flight. So I'm like, imagine this for 8 hours going to London. I'm like, fuck that. And I forget it. It's just like, I'm not doing it. I said, unless we can get like some kind of sedative thing going on or something like that, I ain't doing it. I said to Cam, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Cam, did you bring the ketamine?
Oh, no, but there must be something like a baby trank. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to...
Sam, you're ridiculous. Not a baby trank.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? You need a little baby trank. You need a little, and I think there should be like a little person on the plane who's like, one job is that he sits in the seat. They have like those marshals on planes. They should have a baby trank guy who just sits with a little gun, with a little blow dart, like, and they help you out. Like it's like, and the baby's like
in the neck.
Ow.
Oh my God,
that's a job. That's something that needs to be invented. Okay, they can put lions out. They can put a baby out. Come on.
You need to copyright that term, baby trank.
They need it, but they do. It's people who have parents and who fly with the kids that scream like that. They know, and no one wants to hear that either. And there's all those people.
I love
because
that.
there used to be one like, oh, not the screaming baby. Oh, shut up, get that kid, shut up. It's like only when you have one you realise, that's actually really hard and really embarrassing. That's when you actually have a bit of empathy for people. But before you're always like, oh, I don't want to sit.
You're like, nah, fuck it. That baby needs to go.
Yeah, baby trank.
Out the window.
Trank
go
it.
on.
Yeah.
Trank it, mate. Just put in a sleeper hold.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Shh.
Right. We're going to finish the show this week because that's all we have time for. I'm going to finish the show with a delicious little Bobby Day. So Just keep it simple.
Do it.
Do you want to hear? I don't know if we played this one, but I don't know. Ready?
Go.
So I got fired from my job because I kept asking my customers if they wanted smoking or non-smoking. Apparently the correct term is cremation or burial.
Fucking asshole. That's so bad. So bad.
It's so terrible. I do miss him, though. I miss him desperately. Oh, but he's such a dick.
He's a dick. They're dreadful. His dad jokes are dreadful.
I love him. Love you, Bobby Day. Thank you for that. Well,
so,
ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us again. It's a shorter one today and a bit more low key, but we'll be back soon with some more. And I'm giving love to everybody and thanks for all the support. And I'm glad you enjoyed the last show. And well done, Ricky, for doing all that and getting through it all.
Thanks, mate. Bye-bye, everyone.
Love you. Speak to you later. Bye, everyone.